So this is SSTV. I am downloading via HF on 14.230 megahertz. You normally download images from the International Space Station, but this is over HF and it's quite common on this frequency. This is MMSTV software. This station is currently downloading. While it's downloading, I'm going to put in his call sign, which I just did in there, and I can respond to him and we can have a QSO. So he's basically, sometimes it'll say CQ on there, but I'm going to acknowledge that I've downloaded his image anyway. It's a good quality image and it's coming down. I think I can hear another signal actually kicking in then. Yeah, it's still downloading anyway because he's from Italy and he's got a strong signal. So while it's downloading, I can go to my template and I can select some of my pictures. I've done a few AI images. I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to change the text. There's lots of good tutorials on how to do this, but I am just going to click on this one. And what this does, it automatically puts in an image that he sent, so we can see what it was like, what he sent out and how I got it. That's his call sign, that's his signal report, and there's my call sign. And there's more stuff coming down now from someone else. So it's quite busy at the moment. I don't know who that is, but let's carry on with this. I'm going to respond to Tony. I'm going to put his signal into there, his image, and I'm going to give him a 5.9 because it was a beautiful image. So I'm ready to transmit. I'll wait for this person to finish now because I don't want to tread on their toes. And then I will, once I've sent this, I'm going to show you some of the setup. So I'm ready to transmit. I go to my radio, I put it into data mode. I'll explain all this in a minute, and I'm going to go send. And we're now sending via data. One thing to note is the level that I'm actually transmitting data out of here is low, so I'm not triggering the ALC, which will compress the signal and then ruin the picture. There's a picture coming down. This is the coding mode I'm using. It's called Scotty1. There's loads to choose from, but just stick to these few. I don't know what the difference is in them, but they seem to work. That's just the level of my output and input. While it's sending, I can have a look at what just came through. This signal was half cut off by the other station, so that's all we've got. And you can look at a history of what's been sent and the QSOs and stuff. It's really interesting. When I said to my wife, oh, I just sent a picture to someone in Europe and they sent one back and we had a QSO, she laughed at me, said, can you eat yourself? And in 2025, yes, it does sound a bit silly, but you're doing it direct. I find it exciting. It reminds me of the bulletin boards when I used to download images back pre-internet. And it's a bit like sending a fax to someone. But I think it's brilliant. It's really, really good fun. I got into this SSTV from downloading images from the ISS and then realised there is a dedicated HF channel for this. So it's nearly finished sending. If I sent it black and white, it would have been really quick. So I'll just send this now. Maybe I'll get a response from this station and then I can send him 73s, etc, etc. So I would say don't knock it till you've tried it with this system. It is pretty cool. And this software is free. So that's finished. My light has gone green to say I'm not transmitting. And there's my response coming down now. So hopefully that is my response. He's saying his name's Tony from Rome. That's his call sign. Yeah, and there's my call sign coming up to say, yes, I got your message. Which is cool. So while that's coming down, I can work on sending my reply, which will be, in this case, 73s. And I'm going to change the template picture to something more interesting. Let's have the cat waving at him. And I'll just say 73s. And let's Let's just say 73s, I think. Do we want to say goodbye? Not sure. Let's right click, delete that. Yeah, I did these on AI. They're pretty cool. So that's my picture, and he's saying that 585 was my signal. Obviously a bit of noise and whatnot on there. But that's still a good signal. That's still a good signal report. I mean, yeah, and he's just ending it with his call sign. He's got a great antenna set up there, because that is coming out really clean. And this is being decoded on Scotty 1. So I'll just wait for this image. As soon as it's down, this image will appear there. So there it is, and there's the image there, and I can say 73s to him and then send this back. So click on transmit, let's put it into data mode, and there we go. We're now sending that. So that's how a QSO basically works. You'll probably come back with 73s or something. Yeah, it's good fun. I really enjoy it. And I'm going to show you some of the settings. While this is downloading, I can show you sending. I can show you some of the settings. So the radio is connected via a standard USB 3 cable. Nothing special there. RX. It's all mainly default. Let's move the camera over. Right. So RX, mainly default. I put auto slant on to straighten up the picture in case it goes wrong. All this is practically default. I set that to low because I don't want to go too hot into the radio and ruin the signal. Radio command, COM4, that's my virtual COM port that you have to install when you're setting up a radio on Windows. Baud rate 19200, which is the same in the radio, which I'll show you. And down here you select the brand of your radio. Mine's Kenwood, and it'll put in the commands for your PTT. In MISC, this is quite important. You make sure you're on USB input, USB output. You can do it by the speaker, but it will be the quality won't be as good. Now over to the radio. As I said, make sure it's in data mode when you're sending and in voice mode when you're receiving. And make sure you're not squashing with the ALC, otherwise your picture will be ruined. I'll just wait for this to finish. It's nearly done. And I can put it into voice mode. Right, it's finished broadcasting, it's gone green. Now he's going to respond. Go to the menu, and these are some of the settings I had to do. So on this particular radio, and it will be the same on most radios, baud rate is the same as the software. USB input, rear USB, there's only one on this anyway. My USB input level is low, so I'm not squashing the signal, as I said. This is my output, so you can see I've got it quite hot at number 8, and it's coming in great there. Then the last setting I changed was turn the Vox off with data. I'm not quite sure what that does, but I turned it off anyway. And that seems to be working. And there's the image that he has downloaded. I'm downloading, and it's pretty cool. I quite like it. It's old school and totally waving. So yeah, that's how it works. So I hope this video helped, and maybe you might want to have a go yourself. And yeah, I might see you on SSTV. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I've got some more videos planned. I'm doing some satellite work, and yeah, getting into that. It's just quite interesting. I quite like all these different avenues of amateur radio. Anyway, thanks for watching, and do comment if you liked the video. Cheers, bye.